Hi guys, this is the first of 4 little movies which I'm going to use to show you how to establish shared coordinates in your Revit model. Now there's 4 little movies because there are normally 4 different ways that you would get your inputs to establish your shared coordinates. I'm just going to go through them with you. The first example is the case whereby your input is a CAD file from an external source which has got the correct survey coordinates. So I'm just going to open up TrueView here, and here's a little sample CAD file. Now this could be a file from a surveyor. It could be a set of architectural floor plans. But this is just by way of example. So it's a simple example, but this is the way you would do it if you had inputs like an architect's CAD file. Okay, now I know this is true north because when I do a locate point command here, the point at the end of that line on the grid 1A intersection is X1000, Y1000 and Z250. Now I've just made that up, but it's easy recognizable when you pick a point and you see the actual true real world coordinates. Now the other thing, I'll put the little 30 degrees just to show you, but it's quite important that in the file you actually add a little line from your known point, from the point you're going to use to align in your model. Draw a little line in CAD and leave it there. Now the reason is later in Revit, when you're telling Revit the actual coordinates of that point, Revit wants an endpoint to snap to. It doesn't snap to an intersection. It needs an endpoint. I'll just show you that. How that works now. So back into Revit. Here's our Revit model. It's day one. You haven't done any modeling, so now the first thing you're going to do is establish the true coordinates and establish your true north and your project north. So I've got a view here called datum. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the view depth of this view so that whenever the CAD file comes in, irrespective of its RL, we'll see it in this view. Now, this datum view is set to RL0. Now we already know that the CAD file I'm bringing in, the Z is set to 250. So if the view depth is wrong, let's ignore that. If the view depth is wrong, you won't see your CAD file. So it's a simple process to actually make it a limitless view. So you do that quickly by changing the top to unlimited, the bottom to unlimited, the view depth to unlimited, and this cut plane, you just set it to the largest number Revit will take, which is 6 nines. Okay, so now we've got a view which is limitless, limitless up and down, and so no matter what RL that's in your CAD file, you'll see it in this view. All right, so first thing to do is to link CAD. So insert link CAD, pick your view here. So my little CAD file here. Look, you can set these to suit your preferences, but because there's colour there, I'll leave that on preserve colours. All layers. Now you might in the CAD file, if it was an architect's file, you might in their CAD file turn all their hatching off, for example. So if that's the case, you might just set that to visible layers. Just depends. There's no right or wrong answer, and it's different every time because of your inputs. I'll set this to I'll set this one here to leave it at millimeters because I know that's what it is. Auto set it to center. That's correct. That's where you leave it. And what I'll do is now just go open. So it's plopped in the CAD file, as you can see, and north's to the top of the page, which is what we expected because that's what we saw in the CAD file. I'll just delete this text. So the next little task we've got to do is we've got to change the view to true north. Okay, so that's found here. The default's project north. We're going to go to true north. Now nothing happens because at the moment true north and project north are the same. So first job is we're going to whip down here, and I'm going to go manage coordinates, and I'm going to specify coordinates at a point. Now I'm going to come down here. See how doesn't like the intersection, but it likes the endpoint. So I pick that, and I know my coordinates because I went ID before in CAD. So that's 1,000, and that's 1,000. And the elevation, it's already red because my elevation, my Revit file was 0, and this CAD file is come in with the correct level already, so I don't need to change that. And angle, project north, true north, well that's just 0 at the moment, you just leave that. Okay, so now what I've done is I've shifted the Revit world down underneath my known point. So if I now use the opposite command and just report shared coordinates, you see that's now the correct coordinates. All right. So I've now established in my view true north. So now I'm going to go back to project north. It is there. Go back to project north. Just go escape. And now we've got true north right, but now we need project north established because we want our grid A parallel with the bottom of the screen and grid 1 perpendicular to top of the screen. And that's now we've set back at project north. It's a very simple process of going position, and we're going to rotate project north. I'm going to align selected line or plane. I'm going to pick that command, pick my grid 1, and Revit gives me a little banner here telling me that it's processed and got it correct. And there we have it. Now we've got project north set up correctly. My real world coordinates, when I just pick that again, are still correct, and I can now change to true north. So what now we've done is we've rotated we've rotated. No, I won't say that. I won't say that yet. I got that wrong. We have moved project north and rotated it away from true north. So this is the case where we have to change the project coordinates to match the real world inputs. Now, one last little task is we've just got to establish our datum level now, because datum's at level 0 and it'll still be there. So we just go to the north elevation, and there's our elevation. I'm just going to quickly turn on the show imported categories in this view. Turn that on, and there is my CAD file there. So what I'll have to do now is I'll copy that level up to there to align with the CAD file. And now I'll come here and I'll go view, plan view, structural plan, select the new view I've created, and I'll come through now and rename it level 1 or whatever your project standards are. Yes, I would like to rename corresponding levels and views. Okay, so now there's now our working view, and if you come back down here and have a look at the view range, that'll now match the standard. Another thing that I do is my datum view that I've used to set this up. You might want to consider doing a duplicate here, change it to a word like positioning, and just leave it as a separate category of plan, so that it doesn't interfere with your work here. All right, so that's example number 1, and just to show you, I'll just turn the elevations off. Just to show you. So manage coordinates, report shared coordinates, and there they are. Shared coordinates are set. Once more, come down to true north, and there's the thing in true north. Now another little thing to look at. Now we've done that. If we come here, to location, and pick the site tab, you can see that there has been an internal site created, and now you can see that the angle of true north is 30 degrees to project north, which is what we have in the CAD file. Okay, I think that's it for that example. Join me for example 2